Hey, what's up guys, DiplexHeated here again. Welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2 and of course, World War II Arena. I'm super excited to be bringing you this tank battle for the first time in an arena, but it's not much of an arena anymore, as you can tell. I have just surrounded the map edges with some barbed wire so that none of the tank crewmen can escape. That'll be really interesting. We're going to do a sort of tank classics battle here where we've got 4 nations, so 4 different teams with 4 participating tanks each. 2 of those tanks will be a heavy tank and 2 of those will be a medium tank, but I've also made sure that that medium tank can sort of stand up against the heavy tanks too, if that would have to be the case. But it's just meant to add a little diversity and extra awesomeness to it, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so we'll start with the German side. I've lined them all out here in the center. We're going to go ahead and remove them once the game starts. For the heavy tank, we've got the Tiger, of course, and the Panther there for the medium tank. I think this is a pretty solid lineup. I think Germany will come out good in this game. By the way, we're doing a best of 5. So the one faction that has the most victories after 5 rounds will be considered, at least the best around here with the 2 best participating tanks, I'm sure. But I don't doubt that all the nations that we have deployed here have crazier shit up their arsenal. That's not what we're about. We're just doing tank classics here. Recognizable tanks for everyone. And also, another rule, no self-propelled guns or anything like that, and no static turrets. Like, we gotta have turrets that rotate. Obviously, a turret rotates, but you understand what I mean. No guns that are stuck to the hull. On the US side, the M26 Pershing. So we're also allowing some sort of late war equipment, of course. I believe 26 of these, or 30 of these, or something like that, was deployed sort of the end towards the Battle of Bulge and stuff like that, and they're available in Company of Heroes too. You can call them in, I believe, when you play as the Armor Doctrine, but that's irrelevant. Company of Heroes is more of an arcade game, not super realistic, but it's a great game, by the way. And talking about Company of Heroes, Relic Entertainment and Dawn of War 3. Did you guys see the Dawn of War 3 announcement trailer? Amazing. And of course they're getting the EC8 here. Cool tank as their medium tank participant, so to speak. The British MK8 Churchill, very sort of heavy, robust tank. Slightly weaker main armament, but it'll be able to deal with the rest. The 75 should be, and if it doesn't, we have a classic Firefly on the right side, also very recognizable tank with a 76. That should be. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good, definitely. I mean, at least they've got armor on their side. The Russians. I think the Russians are going to be a good bet here as well. We've got an IS-2. I chose to go with the IS-2, not the IS-3. The IS-2 is more of a classic tank. The IS-3 was really only introduced in 1945, I think, towards the end there. And it was hardly more of a, like really late war tank there. So this is more of a classic one, in my opinion. And we have a T-34-85 with an 80. Is that an 85mm gun on its side? Yes, it is. So this thing's got 122mm, and the Pershing's got 90. So they too have the highest caliber, and then of course we've got the Tiger with the 88. But other than that, it's mainly 75, 76. So the Russians have the most combined. They almost have over 200mm together. So this is going to be quite nasty. So I've lined them up that they're always facing each other. The Tiger here is facing that Panther, and the Tiger on that side is facing that Panther. So they're never going to start off being able to shoot someone else. Here we have the Germans. Here we have the Russians, Germans, Brits, Americans, all lined up and ready to go. I'm quite excited for this, and we're going to do best of 5. And before we start this battle, don't forget to go to the link in the description. Vote, vote, vote. I think I need only about 100 more votes now. So if you haven't voted, go there and do it. Once we have 1,000 votes after these 2 or 3 days of collecting votes, then we'll start looking into some really cool shirts and stuff like that. But having that said, without further ado, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's just get a good view here. I want some of the heavy tanks on my side. Here we go. And let's see what happens. First out of 5. Oh, it's chaotic. I see the Americans have already taken... Wait. A combination of the American-British took casualties early on. Oh, man. It's like a battleship. The Panther's moving out. And the Tiger is as well. Where are they going? Oh, 2 Panthers down. Churchill took some track damage, but it still survived the 88 from the Tiger. Here goes one of the Panthers, and the other one is about to explode too. I don't know why the Tiger moved out into the center, but the IS-2 follows. Ammunition on fire. The British Cromwell took it out, so there's no doubt that they can deal with heavier armor. Oh my god. I'm like screaming here almost, it feels like, because of the in-game volume is so loud. There's some tank crewmen at the back of the end of the map there. I'm not sure what's going on, but I can so far tell that the Brits have 2 tanks remaining at least. The Russians have 2. The Americans have 1, I believe, and the Jerry has 1. That's 0. What? I cannot believe it. Germany has been bullied out. I mean, even though it's a free for all, maybe the oh, that's main gun damaged. Okay. Oh, and it goes out. The Pershing took it out, knocked it out fully. So now there's 1 IS-2 remaining, 2 Cromwells, and I believe 1 Pershing. I'd be so hilarious if the British came out on top on this with, like, statistically the weakest guns. Oh, that fucking armor though held it back, and that Pershing is gonna have to try again. IS-2 knocked that Cromwell out. It's tea time, baby. He is gone. Cromwell's rolling out. I'm not sure what the Pershing is aiming at. I think I see an anomaly. We'll have to look into that later and see what the hell's going on. I believe that Cromwell has lost its track. Could have been penetrated, I'm not sure. No, I saw no crewmen jump out, and I feel like I hear an engine running still. So there we go. That thing is pretty much gone now. Oh man, it's going to be a little bit of a Cold War standoff here. The Pershing and IS-2 are going to be facing each other once that Cromwell goes up. I think they both still want to kill it a little extra. I'm not sure why. Maybe they look down on the Brits and their tanks. Oh, the Pershing is aiming down. And I believe that the first winners of this game is US. Let's go ahead and look around. Number 1, Russia. 2 crewmen remaining. Good standoff. Number 2, America. No, that's Germany. Sorry. Nothing. Number 3, the Brits back there. Hugging the... couple of crewmen hugging the side of the wall there. Number 4, the Yanks. A tank remaining. Perfect. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take my little trusty pen and paper. And the first winner of the first game is indeed the US. What happened down here? Alright everyone, the US M26 Pershing, the last standing tank in the first round, takes the first victory out of 5 possible victories for the US. We'll see here in the second round who will take the second victory. And it is indeed a chaotic start. I'm going to try and do some commentary here. I believe 1 EC8 is down already. There goes another T-34. A Panther and Tiger seems to be down already. IS-2 taking lots of fire there from a Pershing. Oh man, this one is just chaotic. And the Germans are in quite a shitty seat already. Panther remaining only, I believe. Firefly moving out and a Pershing. Hear that engine roar down there. That's awesome. Horizontal turret drive damaged. I'm sure that has an importance. Every part plays its part, so to speak. Another T-34-85 down in the distance. I believe one of the... yeah, so right now it's 1 IS-2 remaining. We've got 1 Pershing. I believe... I'm not sure what's going on. We'll have to look at the mini-map. This is quite chaotic. IS-2 moving out. I'm not going to control any factions so far, though, because that'll impact the result, of course. That's a Firefly remaining. It's been sitting there quiet on the side, but now the Firefly is going to go up against the EC8, and I think the Firefly is going to come... oh, they missed, though. That's going to give the EC8 a good chance to fucking destroy that thing. Wow, that was crazy. Blew up right in my face. That's what she said. Anyway, going back at it, EC8 turning its turrets around. What's it gonna find? What's it gonna find? We've got a few tanks down that area that I think are plausible targets. He just wants to go after the infantry. He's like, commie bastards. That's what he's gonna do. And that is absolutely crazy. Alright, so let's see who's alive. Let's pause the game because I don't want anyone to be controlled by me while I'm looking through it. We got one Russian. It doesn't make sense. Red is meant to be... Oh, no, the Russians have nothing remaining, apparently. That's crazy. Neither do the Germans. The Brits have a crewman remaining, and the Americans come out victorious again. What the hell? I mean, okay, not what the hell, but what the hell? Like, that's crazy. Because I've run this scenario so many times before. Just, you know, for testing purposes. There we go. And, the Germans have done so much better than they do now. It's like things happen when I start recording. Anyway, we're gonna abort this, and we're gonna head straight to the third round. If the Americans win that round as well, then the other 2 rounds are void. That's crazy, right? Look at all the smoke pillars. Alright, see you in the third round, and possibly the deciding round. Alright guys, third round. We're gonna get straight into it. Remember what I said about the US. If they win this, it's game over. That would have been quite crazy. And it's a slaughter straight off the bat. IS-2 moving out. I see a Tiger burning. The Germans have had bad luck, so to speak, judging. Oh! Panther, though, knocked that IS-2 out. That says a few things. They might be in luck this time around. Some tanks moving by this side of the arena. Considering the German armaments and tanks and what they're capable of doing and what they did in World War II, it's so crazy to see them go out so early. And the Brits, with their sort of heavier armor, just sitting by and living it out longer. I feel like the Russians and the US have done most of the damage, though, so far. I see 2 Pershings alive. That's good so far. That's both of the IS-2s down. So, I mean, if the rest can't pull it together and bring down the US, then it's going to be a third victory here, and that's going to be quite crazy. There goes one of the Pershings. That leaves that Pershing alive, and I see a Firefly in this distance here, which is going to have a shot at it. It might be enough. It's going to miss, though, but I feel like the Brits are coming together. I think 3 British tanks are alive. Yep, there it goes. That's the M26 Pershing down. It's the second one down. So... just doing like a quick combat pause here to see what's going on. The Russians have 0 tanks remaining. The Germans have 1 tank remaining, which is in need of repairs. It's this Panther back here with its turret damaged and only got 1 crew member in it. That's crazy. I'm not sure what's going to happen. The Brits have 3 tanks remaining. That's stunning. I see 2 Cromwells with tracks disabled and 1 perfectly fine Sherman VC Firefly. And on the US side, sorry, you won the last 2 rounds, but now you have nothing remaining. So it's going to be the three Brits versus the 1 disabled Panther. I think the Brits are going to come out victorious in this one. Let's unpause and let them continue with the fight. Sherman Firefly is hunting. Accidentally hit another Firefly in its path there. All the talking gets my tongue twisted. And there we go. That's game over. The Brits have come out utmost victorious today. With 3 tanks remaining, I don't think we've ever seen a result quite like that. And I thought the Brits were going to be on the downside on this whole thing. Seeing as they have, you know, like 75 and 76s, while the others got calibers over 80 at least. Close to 90. Not caliber, but millimeters, so to speak. Right. Let's stop this round, and let's head over to the 4th round. The Brits secured the 3rd victory. There we go. But as it stands, the UK needs 2 more victories to win. The US needs 1 or 0 in case the UK cannot get more than this 1 victory here. And the other 2 games are a, what do you call it? A Russian and German victory. It's kind of interesting because this could end many ways. If it's even, we're going to have to obviously make it uneven. Or even it out, so to speak. Or not. Uneven it out? Is that even a word? I don't know. But we're going to head over to the 4th round. This is interesting. See you there. Alright guys, fourth round it is. So the US took out the first and second round, the UK took out the third round. There's going to be 2 more rounds now. If the US wins this, it's game over. If the UK wins this, it's going to be even, which means that the 5th round will be the decider between the US or UK. If neither the US or UK win the 5th round and it ends up being a Russian or German victory, then it's going to be 2-2, 2-2. Just 2-2. 2 US victories, 2 UK victories, and 1 kind of unimportant German or Russian victory, which is going to turn this even more interesting, which means we're gonna have to do like a face-off between the US and UK. But yeah, let's put the papers aside. Let's head out of the game and let's click start. Oh, that doesn't bode well for the Brits at all. Early on, I saw no Russian. Oh, sorry, I can't speak there for a second. What's going on right now? I see. There's a Tiger down, Panther down, I see a EC8 down, Fireflies are down. It's chaotic. It's hard to tell who's German. I mean, it's hard to tell who's British and who's American with a Firefly and EC8s, but it's looking down cool. There goes another British tank. The Russians are looking pretty strong though. Rolling out. Panther's still alive and Tiger. That is groundbreaking to have 2 German tanks alive into the game like this. Cromwell taking some fire back there, or Churchill rather. Not going down to it though. But the Tiger has its aim on the Churchill tank and it's going to continue firing at it. Panther taking some side hull damage there from the nearby explosion, and it is now down. 2 Russian tanks on the prowl here, hunting for some enemies. This British tank is alive and it's going to be opening fire at everything in this arc, and so will this Tiger. Right now the 2 Russian tanks are in that area, but for some reason they focus on the I'm not entirely sure what they're focusing on at all, actually. This tank is definitely not down. It could just have been a little shaken and stirred. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Oh, wait. Oh, another IS-2 alive. I think this is going to be in Russian victory as far as I'm concerned. Everyone's firing at the Churchill right now. Down here. And there it goes. Which is going to leave the poor German tank here in quite a bit of a sticky situation, as all the Russian tanks now will be aiming at him. There we go. That's 1 IS-2 down. There's 1 on the side, though, and I think that will be its death. No, wait, it aimed at the Churchill instead. Oh, Tiger, if you're smart now, you'll aim at the tank on your left, which is your more... Oh, maybe that's your more immediate danger. Oh, T-34-85. Missed, and it's down. Oh, it's going to be an epic standoff between the German and Russians. And that is it. I gotta tell you, though, the Tiger did great. And I believe that's game over. We're going to pause just to be sure. 1 Russian tank and 0 other tanks. I didn't really care who won between the Russians and Germans, as long as one of them won and not the US. Because, oh, no offense to the US or anything like that. That's not what I mean. But what happened to the sound? I had no idea what just happened. I think I muted myself. But I wanted all 5 rounds, so to speak. So we've got the Russian winning round 4. Right now, we need a UK or Russian victory to make this even more interesting. Have I lost sound? No, I haven't. It was just deadly quiet there after a while after the battle. See you guys in the 5th round. I'm not sure if it'll be a decider or not. Can never tell, but we'll see you then. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 5th round. All participating tanks are in action and ready to go. I'm going to space out. And let's watch this all unfold. Oh, feels like everyone's getting more and more pissed by every start of each round. That's an M26 down early, though, so I doubt that's going to be a US victory, just by early analysis of the game. But things can change quite quickly. 2 Russian tanks are down. But even if the US do not win this round, if Russia or the UK loses and Germany wins, then the US will win overall anyway, so That's something that they should collectively try and fight against if they want a continuation of this game. We'd want a Russian or a British victory in order to continue this series. But so far, 2 tigers alive and 1 panther. It's not looking very good at all. And it feels like people are having their priorities all wrong. Pershing and Russian fighting at each other. They should be fighting the Germans for their own victory. Ammunition on fire. Boom. Poor Churchill. There goes the Panther. Let's pause this, because I've got a feeling this is going to be a quickly ended round. We've got 1 Russian tank and 2 German tanks remaining. 2 Tigers versus 1 IS-2. I think we can all kind of tell what's going to happen here now, as this Tiger is about to fire. But that damn armor, though. There we go. That's a German victory. Looks like it was a pretty even game after all with all these tanks. We have 2 US victories, which obviously make them the winner of this game. A British victory, a Russian victory, and a German victory. And the German victory was very convincing with 2 Tiger tanks remaining. The Russian one was decent with a sort of final standoff against the Tiger. Could have ended worse for them. The UK victory was a complete victory with 3 tanks remaining. Absolutely groundbreaking. And both the US victories were pretty much down to 1 M26 Pershing. So, all these Tiger tanks blowing my brains off. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. And we're back to normality. We're going to do a bonus round. A bonus round. We're going to remove... We're only going to go with the heavy tanks of each participating faction. And we are going to do something very interesting. Just for a bonus round, because everyone likes a bonus round, don't we? Everyone likes a bonus round. Well, well. Well, now. Absolutely crazy, right? For the bonus round, the US still won it, but for the bonus, for the epic, let's go. This is quite wonderful, actually. I'm gonna do it ×5. Just for the lols or whatever people say nowadays. Oh, IS-2 moving out. Oh my lord. Two Churchills and 2 Tigers remaining. It's a never-ending battle between the between the Brits there and the Germans, as their tanks just seem to be unable to penetrate each other. Anyway, guys, we're gonna let them square it off in the distance here in this little bonus round. I hope you enjoyed the carnage. I like carnage too. I also like carne asada. But anyway, US came out victorious. Hope you enjoyed this tank battle. If you guys want to see more of these, let me know and I will. See you guys soon again. Bye.